little introduction and then we'll get started, okay? One moment. Hello everyone! This hour on Verbling, the next to my pronunciation practice series. Today we're going to be doing a class all about silent letters. We're going to work on connected speech, and we're going to use what we know about the spelling of words to help us figure out when certain letters are silent or not. So we're going to jump right into class today because I tried to start this class 3 times and no one could see me. So I'm 5 minutes late because of that. I apologize. Something was wrong with the Hangout or the browser. So let me get the material open for you and we will get started. First, let me say a quick hello to Mr. Simone. Hello, Simone. Simone, how do I say your name? Okay, I don't hear you. Let me say hello to Mr. Jose. Hello, Jose. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm doing very well. And you?
Very good. I'm all right. Now that I got the class started, things
Yes.
are going better. I don't know what's happening today. And let's see if I can share the screen with you. There you go. All right. So,
Teacher, sorry, do you hear me?
now I do. Hello, Simone. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Very good. And where are you from, Simone?
I'm from Italy, in the middle of Italy.
In the middle? Ah.
Yes.
Whereabouts is the middle? In Tuscany? Or more in the middle?
No, in Marche region.
In the? Say again?
Marche region, near Tuscany.
Ah, okay. Excellent.
But there is on Adriatic Sea side.
Right? Ah, okay. On the other side. Got it. I know Italy, but not that part.
Okay.
So great to have you here today. And let me say hello to Mr. Looks like Khaled as well. Hello, how are you, Khaled?
Fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
I'm Sir. Oh my God, no! Please don't call me Sir, please.
You are the first teacher that pronounced my name correctly. You know.
Oh yeah? Wow!
Well,
it was a guess.
Yes. You did a great job. They pronounce it Khaled. When I heard them, I think that they are calling another guy. But I used to hear my name Khaled.
Khaled. There you go.
It is
And where are you from?
I'm from originally I'm from Syria.
From Syria. Okay.
Yes, originally, but now I am in KSA.
In Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Got it. Syria is not a good place to be at this moment. You're probably better off.
Even before the war, you know, our president and our government, they are a group of thieves, you know. It's corruption. The politicians there are corruption, you know. It is not good place to live.
Yeah, and now it's worse.
Now it's worse, yes, but it's not better than the past.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know that you're around and in a safe place. Nice to have you in class.
Thank you. I'm also glad. Thank you.
And we can't start a class without our esteemed Dr. Shinyue. Hello, Shinyue. How are you?
Hi, Professor John Eric.
I've been promoted to professor. Am I a full professor or just an adjunct professor? I'd like to know. Can I be a full professor? Can I get tenure? Mr. Shinyue, I want you to take a look, all of you, to take a look at this, and we will get started on today's pronunciation. We're going to try to do 2 things today. Now, I've been doing a unit on a difficult sound, the ing sound. But in fact, we're going to look at different aspects of pronunciation that are connected to this sound and the spelling. Ing is interesting, like ing, that ing, because we don't really pronounce the G at the end. So it's a good example of something that isn't spelled exactly the way we say it. So what I'm going to do is first show you our goals. We're in the second part of our map here in Unit 6, talking about connected speech, how we speak, how we link words together in normal, everyday speech. What's the natural way to do it? And particularly, we're going to look at letters that are written but not pronounced, unpronounced plosives. And I'll explain what that is in just a second. And if we have time, we're going to move on to another topic. We'll focus on stress and intonation, and we'll talk about phrasing, how your voice goes up or down depending on the part of the sentence, the function of the words in that particular sentence. Okay? So we're going to try to conquer 2 important goals. And let me move the presentation forward. So this was the last class. This is an example of silent letters. We've already looked at this. Maybe we ought to start here, actually, because I don't know if we got to this last slide. Give me a second here. I think we actually didn't. Let's start here. If not, it's a good review. Let's start here. So, let's start with these silent letters first. First of all, Mr. Jose. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Someone's got an echo. I'm just going to mute you for a second, Simone, because I think we're getting an echo from you. Yeah. Simone, could you just make sure all the windows are closed except this Hangout, because we're getting an echo from your side, okay? And when you're ready to speak, you can turn your microphone back on. I just turned it off for a second. Mr. Jose, can you just read those 3 letters on the very top of the screen on the left for us?
G,
Mm-hmm.
K,
Ah,
and
yeah.
N.
I thought you were going to say key, but you said it right. Everyone gets the K wrong. G, K, and N.
G, K, and N.
That's excellent.
Yes.
Now, what we're going to do is figure out where those things are silent. Mr. Jose, look at that cartoon on the right side.
Yes.
What is the little man saying? The little man on the mushroom.
Yes.
What's he saying?
Are you verenigd gum?
Uh-oh. It's silent. The G is silent.
No. Are you a foreign nom?
Perfect. Are you a foreign gnome? Excellent.
Okay.
Mr. Khaled, do you know what a gnome is? Because that joke is better if you know what a gnome is.
I cannot catch you again, please.
So the word in the
Yes.
cartoon, gnome, this one.
I don't know the meaning of this.
Ah. Does anyone know what that means before I go on?
No, I don't know.
Class, help him out. Do you know what that is?
I know this. I know this.
What is it?
A Nomen have the 2 meanings. A Nomen is an imaginary creature. He is a tiny old man with a bird and a pointed hat.
Just like me. An imaginary old man with a pointed hat. I'm not wearing my pointed hat, but that's me when I'm not teaching. One thing, Mr. Shinue, repeat after me. Actually, I want you to say that caption in the cartoon. Say it for me. Are you a foreign gnome? Like that.
Are you a foreign gnome?
Excellent. So in that caption, by the way, your definition is right. A little imaginary man, kind of like the Irish leprechaun, a little bit like that. And he's wearing the pointy hat. So, the G is silent in both of those words, foreign and gnome. Let's go to Mr. Simone. Mr. Simone, what do we call the man on the right side of the cartoon? A guy who's dressed in a metal suit. What do we call that?
On the left or on the right?
On the right.
A knife.
Okay, almost. A knight.
Knight.
Good. And you can see the spelling in the chat window, in the Verbling chat. K-N-I-T, but the K is silent. Khaled, is there another famous word that has a silent K? A word that we use every single day.
No.
Exactly. Exactly. So what is
W.
exactly? So that tells you right away that the K before an N is
Yes.
silent. And I can't think of an example where it isn't.
We have another acknowledgement also.
Knowledge, yeah, all the words derived from knowledge. No,
Another one is knife.
knife, exactly. Excellent. Because you don't want to go to a restaurant and ask for a knife. You want to ask for a knife. Looks like knife, doesn't it? Knife. Okay. Let's take a look at the exercise on the left side. Why don't we do it like this? I want you to say one word in each column of rows A, B, and C. Let's just go around the room and get used to them first. So, Mr. Jose, take
Yes.
the first column, silent G, silent K, and silent M. N,
Yes.
sorry. First column.
Okay. Foreign.
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 Good. Not A. I know it looks like
Foreign.
an A, but
Foreign.
it's in. That's right. Foreign.
Foreign. Not.
Good.
Him.
Okay, good. Careful with the H, though. Him.
Hem. Okay.
Now, tell me something.
Yes.
Look in the chat window for a second, in the Verbling
Okay.
chat.
Okay.
Are these two words pronounced the
Him.
same or different?
Different, no?
Listen to me. I'll say them both.
Yes.
Him. Him.
Ah.
him.
Different, no? The same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, the same.
Exactly the same.
Him.
Okay.
Okay.
And
It's clear.
one more. What about these two words? Are they the same or different?
The same.
Exactly the same. Exactly. So foreign, not him.
Foreign, not him.
And by the way, what is a hymn? H-Y-M-N. What is a hymn? Do you know?
H-Y-M-N.
What is it?
The meaning.
Yeah.
I don't know the meaning of this word.
A
What
hymn
is
is
the meaning, John?
the hymn is
I
something that you
can help you out.
help us out.
Go ahead.
Oh, it means a song of praise.
A song of praise. A church song is a hymn. A church song.
A song for God.
There
A
you go.
song for a saint.
Exactly.
A song for a nation.
It's
Don't
a
stop
religion
now.
song.
Okay.
Can someone
clear.
can someone sing us a hymn before we go on?
Teacher, I know you are a musician. You can show me a song.
I will. I will. After. Not now. Okay, Mr. Khaled, can you take the second column? I want to hear 1A, 1B, and 1C. Second column.
Me? Excuse me.
So take a look at the second column
Yes.
on the exercise on the left side. So
Yes.
Jose did the first. He did foreign, not in him. I want you to do the second column.
Note, night.
Oh, no, not the second row, sorry. The second column. Starting with the S word in A, and then the K word in B, and then the S word in C.
Signature.
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 Good.
But here we are studying the silent letter. Sir, can we pronounce it as signature?
Listen and repeat. Signature.
Signature.
That's it. Okay, and the second one in B, the one we said a moment ago?
The second one will be night.
Very good. And the second one in row C?
Solemn.
Solemn. Very good. Very good.
Sir,
Sir? Oh, no.
sir, I want to ask you about the first, the column number A.
Uh-huh.
Signature.
Yeah.
Can we pronounce it without G, without pronouncing G?
If you speak quickly, sure. But it's there. It's just a little bit quiet.
Yeah,
Signature. Signature.
We can, the word, the phrase, sign up.
Mm-hmm.
It's the origin or the root of this word, sign.
Yeah. So as a verb, it's to sign.
Yes.
And I'll put a little V for verb. And the pronunciation is different. Sign. It's what we call the long sound, I, like lion. Okay? But as a noun, it becomes the short sound, I, signature. You've got a bunch of things to pay attention to with that second word. First is the I, the short sound. Second is the G. It's not a strong G. It's kind of a quiet G. It's not silent. It's just quiet. Signature. Sig. So you can hear it's not very pronounced. And the last thing is the TU in chur. It's pronounced like a CH. So TU equals CH. Signature. Like church. Signature. One more time. Let me hear it. Signature.
Signature.
Perfect. Excellent. So now we'll notice here that in that row, foreign has a silent G, but signature doesn't. Signature is actually, you pronounce the G, just quietly. Okay, Mr. Simone, I want you to read the three words in the third column, A, B, and C. Simone, are you there? Hello?
Okay, I'm here.
Ah,
Did you
okay.
hear me?
Yes. So, third word in row A, say that for me. I think we're having some connection problems.
Yes.
So let's do this, Simone.
Yes.
I think you're having some connection problems. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Now, yes.
All right. So, say the third word in row A for me, please.
Gnome.
Perfect. Third word in row B.
Banknote.
Perfect again. Third word in row C.
Condom.
Condemn.
Condemn.
Not condemn, but Condemn. Second syllable.
Condemn.
Good.
Okay.
Because condom is something entirely different. Condemn is a verb. Condom is a noun. Condemn is what you do to a criminal. Condemn
Okay.
a criminal to life in prison. Condemn to death. To give a verdict.
The accent is on the E.
Not the
Condemn.
accent. Not the accent. The stress, we say. The stress.
Okay. Stress. Okay.
Exactly. We don't have accents in English. That's why if we say accent for us, that means you speak British or American English. You have a different
okay.
accent.
Okay.
So we say the stress. And you can see in the chat window, W, which means new word, stress. The stress is on the second syllable.
Okay.
Now, in the word known, is the G silent?
Yes.
In the word banknote, is the K silent?
It's quite banknote.
But is it silent? Is the K silent, or can you hear it?
Banknote is very short, the key.
The K.
The K, or, sorry.
Yeah.
The K is very short.
But it's not silent. That's the important thing. Whereas in the word night, it is silent. So that tells you something. There's a rule here. If you've got a word that alone has the K, like bank,
Yes.
it does not become silent when you join it to another word. Whereas if you have a word that it is normally silent, like night, it stays silent. So the K is silent before an N only in those words where it is always silent. It's not going to become silent just because you create a new word. So I think that's the lesson we're learning here. And in condemn, is the N silent, or can you hear it?
It's silent.
It is. It is.
It is silent.
Very good. Very good. Okay, Mr. Shinue, the last column, the three words.
Sign. No.
Good. Good.
I don't know the last one.
This is an adjective that means like the autumn, like the fall, in an autumn way, in a fall way. So the season of autumn. So if the weather is a little bit cold, you can say it's like this. Try to say it. You try. I'll correct you if you need it. January?
Autumnal.
You were cheating. You were going to your dictionary.
Yes, yes. And I often use dictionary to imitate.
But here you have me. I'm your dictionary. And your pronunciation was correct.
You're your live dictionary.
Exactly. A walking, talking dictionary. And your pronunciation is correct. It's with the N. Khaled, it's with the N. Autumnal. Say it for me. Autumnal. Oh my God, it's hard to say. Autumnal. Autumnal.
Autumnal.
Both of you got it. That's it.
That word have the two sounds.
Together, yes. That's right. And you would describe a cold day. Like it's the middle of summer, it's August, but it's cold. So you would describe a cold day as autumnal. Ah, it's a very autumnal day. It's kind of cold, something like that. Okay, Khalid, what's wrong? What are you sorry about? Don't be sorry.
About autumnal, I pronounced it without N.
Khalid, it's called learning. Nothing to be sorry about.
No, a question for Simon, and I'm misleading him.
You were what? Sorry?
Misleading.
Oh,
I give him another wrong answer.
he's a big boy. He can handle it. Don't worry. All right. So look, this just gives you an idea that these letters are silent, except in certain cases. Like autumnal, you're putting an ending onto a word, so the N is part of that ending, I guess. We could say it like that. When it's part of that ending, you say it. Banknote, you're putting two words together, so the K and the N are not naturally together, so the K is pronounced. Signature, we've changed the part of speech from a verb to sign, silent G, to a noun, signature, noun. So when it changes part of speech, the G is no longer silent. So I can't give you more of a rule than that. I can only say notice patterns like that, and it'll help you in the future. Now what I want to do is, oh, yes.
Sir, can I have a question?
If you don't call me sir, say, John Eric, I've got a question. And I'll say, yes, Khalid, what is it?
Sir, I think English pronunciation about pronunciation in English, there is no specific rule to determine where I have to pronounce this, or here is silent, here is pronounced. Are there a specific rule, or the source of these words or the English language? There is no specific rule. In other language, you can determine it's silent and not silent, written and not written, but English is very difficult. It's very complicated issue.
Yeah. I would say impossible, not just difficult.
Yes, it's possible. That's difficult. Yes, I know, and I like to
Impossible.
learn English, but it is there is no specific rule at all.
Well, let's learn a rule. Let's learn a rule right now. What I'm going to do is ask you to take a look at that chart, and let's see if we can work out the rule, or at least if it's not a rule, then it's a tendency. We have a lot of tendencies. The reality is this: the language has three major sources, and so words that come from Latin have one kind of behavior and pronunciation. Words that come from Greek, which is one source, might have another. Words that come from French have another. And words that come from Old English have another. So Greek and Latin words, French and Old English words. And that's the reality of why we spell things in a strange way. But take a look at that first rule. See if we can fill in the missing blanks, and that will help you. So go ahead, Khalid. Read A for us and tell me if you can fill in those missing, the missing information. And maybe we can work out the rule.
Nail.
So see where we are? When the letters GN?
GN?
On the left side, sorry.
I think it's nail. I don't know, but I guess it's.
But you're on the right side. Look at that.
The first one I think is nail.
Khalid?
Yes, I'm with you. I think it is.
Khalid, wait. Look at exercise 2, not exercise 3. Exercise 2 on the left.
On the left, yes. Complete the rules.
That's it.
When the letter JN come at the beginning or at the end of the word, I think. Beginning or at the end of the word, but not in the middle. G is silent. Some word with suffixes like foreign, signing,
resigned. Yep.
Signed, also contain silent G in the middle of the word.
Okay, so your answer was
In the beginning and or at the end.
that is exactly right. At the beginning or at the end of the word, but not the middle.
Yes.
That's it, but not the middle. Okay, so there is a rule, more or less. There is a rule, more or less.
There is a rule. The exceptions of this rule is more. Maybe I have one rule, but exception maybe number. There will be 8 or 7.
The truth is, if you can look at the roots of the language, it'll be a lot easier.
Yes, the roots.
If you can look at the roots that come from Latin and Greek, that will be a big help in recognizing the exceptions to the rule. I don't have time to go into it today, but I can tell you that's the secret. Find the roots of the language.
Yes, sir, but it's meaning you speak. You mean that if I want to learn English, I have to also learn Greek and ethnic language.
Well, not learn the language, but just be aware of the origin of the words. You don't have to learn them. But in fact, it's easy to look up, you know, even on Google. It's easy to look up, and it doesn't take that long to start to recognize the pattern. In another class, I can do a class where we look at those origins to help you with pronunciation. I don't have time to do it today. But anyway, that's the secret. That's the secret for finding the 8 exceptions to the rule. That's it. So we can look at it another time, maybe next month.
God willing, God willing.
Mr. Jose, what do you think about letter B, the second rule?
When the letter K comes before the letter blank at the beginning of a word, K is silent.
So just think about the examples that we had a moment ago. Think about the 2 dudes sitting on the mushrooms talking to each other. Remember?
Before the letter N?
Yeah, of course. As in the word night.
Yes.
Exactly. And the only exception to that was banknote, because the K and the N were not naturally together. That was a combined word. Okay? So, yeah, that's it. Mr. Simone, what about letter C? Can you complete that rule?
When the letter N comes after the letter blank, at the end of the word it is silent. I think that the blank contains the letter M.
That's right. By the way, not contains. The blank is or has the letter M. Oh, is. The blank is letter M. That's right. That's right. The problem with Italian is that we use the same words, but in a different way. So we can't use contain here, although we have the word contain. We have to say it in a simple way. But you are right. After an M, M as in mother, the N as in night, is silent. Now, when I do these classes, I try to always give you some experience with the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. I want you to look at these transcriptions on the right. Tell me if you can guess the word based on the transcription. Okay? And I'll correct you, and I'll give you a pointer. All of these are the direct transcription of the sounds. They're not the English, the English way of writing. So you'll notice that write it, we're going to have to put in a G or K or N. But that will be missing from the IPA symbols. Okay? Question, Khalid?
Sir, I have a question.
Go for it. Please don't call me sir. Please.
Oh.
I am your humble servant, Khalid.
No, you are my sir. No.
No.
You are teaching me, therefore you are my sir.
No.
Okay. Why we write these letters if we don't pronounce it?
Because the language has not modernized. That's why. There's been a
Yes,
movement to change
yes,
the spelling in America,
it's
but
confusing.
it's not very
As
popular.
yes, yes, as not native speakers or writers,
Mhm.
it's confusing us to write word with silent letter. Maybe I will drop it because I don't pronounce it, but I have to write it.
Mhm.
Therefore, I'm asking you because you are a teacher. What's the benefit of writing these letters if we don't pronounce it? It's
The
confusing
benefit
us.
the benefit is that when you read Shakespeare, I know you might not want to read Shakespeare, but if you do, you can get a good sense of how the language and how the poetry used to sound 500 years ago. And that's really it. The word night, N-I-G-H-T, you can
Similar to
see.
another word.
Say again?
Similar to night.
Yeah, but for
Some
example,
word.
night, the
Yes.
GH used to be pronounced nicht, like in German. And maybe if you read Old English like Beowulf, like an old poem from 1,000 years ago, you can get a sense of the old language. Other than that, there is no benefit. It's just confusing. Okay?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
But by the way, there is a movement to modernize the language, and it's not very popular, but you know, in America we try to do this, and we have a slightly different spelling than British English.
I hope that they do it very fast.
Uh, I will talk to Barack Obama, and I'll start.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And I will get back to you. Let's see. Let's see how good you are with the IPA. Mr. Shinue, what's that first word, letter A, on the right side? Do you know that word?
I know this word.
What do you think?
Leo.
Excellent. Can you spell it for me?
Leo. Kneel.
Unbelievable. Perfect. And can you use it in a sentence? You're right. Can you use it in a sentence?
Mm. The lots are kneeling in front of the king.
I didn't catch the first word. The what are kneeling?
The lights.
Lights? L-I-G-H-T? Lights?
King, N-I-G-H-T.
Oh, the knights. The knights are kneeling before the king. Got it. Before
The lights are kneeling in front of the king.
That's it. Perfect. Excellent. So kneeling is to bend a knee, to kneel. Excellent. Mr. Simone, are you up for the challenge? Look at letter B.
Yes,
and tell me if
John.
can you
Sorry.
work out that word?
A problem with connection.
No problem. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I hear you.
Simone, if you have trouble with the connection, the best thing to do is to leave the Hangout and then re-enter, or leave the Hangout, restart, and then re-enter. Sometimes you just have to reconnect and it will be fixed. Okay? Sometimes that fixes it.
Okay.
But if you can hear me now, just say, tell me if you can make out the second word, word B, on the right side.
The final is them, but I don't know the at the beginning of the word the phonetic.
You want to make a guess? I can tell you, but do you want to make a guess?
Item.
Okay, you know what? You're very close. You're very close. The word is, by the way, all these words you've seen before. The word is autumn. The word is autumn. Yeah, autumn. So that sound, aw, is written with that circle-looking thing. Aw. Like the word ball would be written in the same way. Aw,
Which
ball.
is the spelling of this word?
Look in the chat window. I just wrote it. Look in the chat window, the Verbling chat window. Can you see the word I wrote? The last one? If you don't see it, I'll write it in the Google chat. Maybe you can see it now. So I wrote the word in both chat windows. It's autumn. Between summer and winter is the autumn. Between summer and winter is the autumn. Okay, and by the way, let's do one more thing because we didn't work with the IPA a lot.
Okay.
So let me show you something. If you go to IPA, I think this is the right website. If you go to IPA, type it. I'll give you the link to this in the chat window so you can go to it later if you want to practice. This is a very simple thing one of my students showed me. I don't remember who. Someone gave me this link before, but it's good. And you can easily type these symbols. You don't need a special keyboard. Okay? So, for example, aw, let's find that symbol. Here it is. Aw. You can see it's like a little half circle. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger for you. There we go. Aw. And it's long, so we put these two dots to make it a long sound. Right? Then the T is normal. Now the can be represented like this. This upside down E is the sound autumn. And then we need the M sound. M is a normal sound. Do it like that. And we put it between two brackets. That's how we normally write the IPA symbols. Okay? And in the chat window, there you go. That is the sound. Now, what about the word ball? Guess what? Same thing. We just need the L sound. So I need a good L. Ball. Guess this is the L I need. Whoops. I need a B. There's my B. And whoops. And there we go. There's my ball. I'll put that in the chat window next to the word ball. So that symbol now, you can see that half circle is the aw sound. Let's see. Where are we? Jose, what about letter C? Can you recognize that word, letter C?
Okay.
What do you think?
I can recognize the word, but I try.
Try. Make a guess.
Yes, making guess.
What do you think? Make a guess.
For Ren?
Foreign. Exactly. Foreign.
Yes, foreign.
Now what's great about this is that, oh, I spelled foreign with an H by mistake. Whoops. And there. Sorry. Okay, what's great about this is that with the IPA symbols, you can both see as well as write the precise sounds. That's why it's really good to learn the IPA symbols, and it's actually not hard. It seems difficult, but you can learn really quickly. If you want help, send me a message, and I can help you in a private class, or we can try to schedule one here. But it's quite easy to learn. It's a very logical system. So it's not like learning a foreign alphabet, okay? Mr. Khaled, look at row D. Tell me if you can figure out what that word is. Row D. Mr. Khaled, what do you think? Khaled, are you there? Uh-oh, I don't hear Khaled. Let's go back to Mr. Shinue for row D. What word do you think that is?
Letter D.
Letter D.
Column.
Very good. Like this. So that's a word that you know, so we don't need to define it. Rows and columns. I think you all know what that means. Perfect. So the K represents a hard K sound. That's why it's written with a K there. Mr. Simone, what about row E? Ooh, that one's difficult. Look at row E. Ooh, this is going to be hard.
No.
Yeah? Now look at the similarity between D and E. The vowel sound is the same. Column. So the next word has to be na. And the rest is easy. Na is the difficult part.
No. Knowledge.
Perfect. That's right. Excellent. OE is knowledge. Now notice at the end of knowledge, Simone, you have a D, D, and you have the symbol for J, as in measure.
Knowledge.
Right. So you've got the D, J, Dj, Dj, knowledge. That's it.
Knowledge.
That's it. Perfect, perfect. And Mr. T. Oh, look, Mr. T's out there. Come on in, Mr. T. We got plenty of room. If you were here, you could do letter F for us. Let's see if Mr. Khaled has got his microphone working, because he disappeared. One more chance? No, I don't hear Khaled. Okay, we're back to Mr. Jose for letter F.
Yes, I'm here.
Letter F, last one.
Sign in or?
Very good. Now, it's not signing. You're very close. It's just, it is signing. No, you're right. It is signing. Yeah. I didn't see the ending. You're right. Signing. Because it's got the N with a hook on it. And let's go here just quickly. Let me go over here so we can see that. A normal N looks like this, but the ing looks like this. And that's normally written ing. So you actually were absolutely right, and I didn't see it at first, but you're right, that's it. So the ing is written with a little hook on it. All right. Well, we're almost out of time, but I want to introduce you to one more thing before we go. Plosives. Plosives. Plosives are letters that explode. Plosive explode. Plosive explode. It means that you have to blow out quickly, like d, b, g, t, p, k. All of those have a burst of air. Therefore, they are called plosives. And you can remember the word explode to give you the idea of what a plosive is. Often, when a plosive sound, d, b, g, t, p, k, follows another, so think about this. When one of those letters follows another letter that is made with the same mouth position, we don't pronounce the first sound. So that might help you. We were looking for rules earlier. This might help you with some rules. It might. It's a little bit hard to understand. Let's go put it into context. What I want you to do is I want you to say both of the words in the pictures, and you tell me if there's any difference. Shinue, take the first set of pictures. Say those two together for me.
Hi, teacher. What's your question?
My question is, say the word pairs in the first set of pictures on the top left. Tell me if there's any difference in pronunciation.
Oh, over the or.
And the second?
Over the door.
Okay, now listen to me. The first, old door. The second, old door. The first, old door. The second, old door. Is there any difference?
No.
No.
It's the same. Hey, I've got an old door. Watch your head because of the old door. I mean, it's basically the same in connected speech. Why? Let's go back to our rule for a second. When you have two plosive sounds together, or two sounds in the same position in your mouth, we'll drop one of them. Now, I can give you a really good example of this if these pictures aren't clear enough. So, for example, if you're speaking quickly and you want to say, I asked you many times. I asked. It's difficult to say ask. Both of those you have to blow out. Ask. Right? So we don't say I asked you. We say I asked you. We drop the K. So it sounds like a dirty word. It sounds like you're saying a dirty word. The word ass, which can be dirty. It can also mean an animal. But we're not. We're just dropping the K because they both are, they're not both plosives, but they both blow out. So it's difficult to say them both together. We drop the K. I asked her. I asked her many times. It's only when you say it slowly can you hear both. I asked. That's when you can hear them both. So it's the same principle here. So Jose, take the second set of pictures. Say them together.
Okay. Her bread, her bread.
It's exactly the same.
Yes.
Her bread was healthy. Now, in the second picture, in American English, we say herb without the H. And in British English, they say herb with the H. Other than that, it's the same.
Ah, okay.
Her bread was healthy. Herb bread is healthy. So the two B's together, we drop a B. Simone, take the last picture on the bottom left side. Last pictures on the bottom left.
Big globe, big globe.
Right. She's got a big lobe on her ear. There's a big globe in the park. It's exactly the same when you speak fast. So the G's cancel each other out. Big globe. The first G is dropped. Big globe. Big globe.
Globe.
That's
Big
it.
globe.
That's it. That's it. Let's do this. We're at the end of the hour, and I want to give you some more practice time. So, what I'll do is, in the next class, the next pronunciation practice class, we're going to do a quick review of this page and a little exercise, which you can do for homework if you like. You can give me your answers through the message window, and I'll tell you if you're correct. So
The
you
next
can do
Monday.
Slide. It's going to be next Monday unless you really want me to schedule another one, and if there's time, I can always try to schedule an extra class. But other than that, it'll be next Monday, yes. But if you really want, I'll try to find another time. Sometimes there's openings. Anyway, in the meantime, you can do slide 9 as a little homework, and I'll be happy to correct it. And we're going to do a little role play in the next class where you get to practice these together. And we'll try to find some other examples that are similar. We're also going to move on to sentence phrasing. We're going to look at how your intonation changes according to whether you're describing a subject or giving extra information about it. Okay? All of that and more. And we'll have a little more talk time because there are a lot of rules, so we didn't quite get as much talk time as I would like. Okay? But I'll make it up in the next class. We're going to stop here for today. Try slide 9 as a little homework. Send me your answers, and I'll send you back a correction if you like. And I'll be back in 1 minute for our business class, where we're going to continue on talking about customer service. Okay? So stick around for that, and I'll be back tomorrow for 2 hours, starting at 10 GMT to 12, just like today, with fluency fundamentals and speaking skills tomorrow. Bye for now. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.